Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. It's our Friday Funday Bonanza, and we're here with Mary Lydia Ryan. Oops, wrong way. Michele and Sheryl Means. And we are here to just have some fun and to do some live reading. So welcome in to everybody who's joining in the live. Ladies, go ahead and share whatever you want to welcome people in.
I'm so sorry, honestly, but very, very, very happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here as well. Oh, sorry, Sheryl, you go.
No, I was just going to say that. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Yay.
And let the fun begin.
Yes.
Need this.
We're going to start with a dance party, you guys. Is everybody ready out there? Okay, hold on. I have to click the thing. Here we go. Oops, I got to start it over. There we go.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky.
We're going to clear this eclipse energy
No need
right
to ask
out.
why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
This is for PJ. Whoever you are, PJ, you always post tacos on my channel.
Medicine shells, cheese and meat. It's raining tacos. Yum, 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 yum. It's
My favorite part.
Tell us where you're from. All right. I could listen to that song forever. I play that in the car, and us and the kids, we just dance and have so much fun. But we need some like Shakti, man. Some women power Shakti and men power Shakti too. And
yes.
I've got some little things here, and TGIF, everybody, thank you for all your comments. But let's talk about this eclipse for a minute. Here we go. So that happened this week, and this is how I felt about it.
I can't stop laughing because that is perfect. That is so perfect.
Is that not how this eclipse went?
Oh my gosh.
I told you I had some things to make us laugh because it's been I think it's been like this really incredible, profound couple of weeks leading up to the eclipse and the eclipse itself. But there also has been just some wild stuff going on that's like seems unnecessary.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I second that. And 3rd and 4th and 20th, whatever. I mean,
yeah. Because if it's not like the building collapsing on you, it's been our, consciousness collapsing. It's been all sorts of things. I love all these comments. Deb says, wild is an understatement.
Yeah.
Amy says, oh my God, yes. And Tracy says, losers, it's a doozy for sure. I mean, really, it's just been enough this last 2 weeks. I've had more do you ever feel like you've written like a whole 15 chapters in your book of life, like in 1 or 2 weeks?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this year, it seems like it's happening more so.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2021. Like it just seems like it's condensed and things are happening quicker and faster, and opportunities to move through energy and to get clarity and things. It's just happening faster, which can be like, on the one hand, it's awesome, but on the other hand, it's exhausting and challenging. So.
Totally.
Yeah. Just get your popcorn and sit back and watch the show.
Yeah.
Sean, hi, Sean. Sean is such an awesome astrologer. She says Sagittarius eclipse humor supports you through it. So now we're in this portal, and now we go through till this solar eclipse, which is next month. So we're in this like eclipse portal, and I want to talk about that, but we're also going to be doing readings. So I invite all of you guys currently to start asking your questions. Whatever your questions are, whatever you want a reading on. And ladies, why don't we go around and we can share what decks we're using today to read, because I think everybody loves to hear that. I'll just start by saying I'm breaking out Rider-Waite today. I'm going to do some Rider-Waite OG today. That's what I'm doing. OG.
I'll show mine. So I've got this. I love this deck so much. I only have one deck right now because I'm so in love with this. I don't feel like I need another one. It's called, what the cards look like, the Body Cards deck. And here's the book. You might be able to see it a little bit better.
Pretty.
By a local artist. So I live in Seattle, and the artist name is Courtney Putnam. Highly recommend this deck. It is so amazing, and the art is absolutely incredible.
Very cool.
I'm into this.
So I'm going to be using its Modern Witch Tarot. It is based on Rider-Waite. It is just all inclusive feminine deck. So they're all female. And then I might pull from the Modern Goddess Oracle by Ethemy. If anybody knows Ethemy, the High Priestess Witch. I love her.
Okay, and I was attracted to 3 decks today, so I don't know if I'll be using all of them, but they're all here in case. So the first one is Wisdom of the Oracle.
Love it.
The second one is Spirit Animal Oracles, because I've got to have the animals. They have just been getting me through this energy this week, along with some beautiful humans that have helped. And Oracle of the 7 Energies.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Never heard of that one.
They're fun.
Great.
So, yeah.
I love Colleen Garrett Reed.
Yeah, her decks are pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what I'm going to do, I think what I'll do is I'm going to share 4 questions, and you guys can let's pick what we want to do. So we have, first off, I have to share Amy's comment. I feel like I'm Elvira from Animaniacs when she's hugging the animals she loves so much their eyes are bugging out, except I'm both Elvira and the animal. Oh, looks so good. And then Sean also says transformation preparation for an exciting future. I love that so much. Okay, so here's some questions. So we'll share 4. You guys kind of intuit which ones you feel called to, okay? And we're going to go in order, everybody. Okay, so Barbarella is looking for a reading on her future work. Peace, Love, and Magic just wants a message. Tracy says there's a job opening up, not sure if she should apply. And Sarah says, is my new relationship going long term? So what do you guys feel like? Which question do you want to take?
I'd love to take Claire's.
Okay, you're going to take Claire's?
I'll take Barbarella's.
Okay. What about you, Sheryl?
I think I will do the future work.
The future
Was that
work.
Barbarella? Who did Barbarella?
That's Tracy. So you job opening up, Sheryl.
Tracy. There we go. Yeah.
All right. And so I'll do Sarah. Okay, so we're gonna start there, and then we'll go down the list, you guys. So we'll all go here.
Lisa, while we're pulling these, could we also assign the next 4 just so that we could maybe be thinking of it while somebody else is reading?
So we have Jeff feeling a little beat down. What do I need to do to fix that? We have Queen Rain, energies around a career. We have Debs I think that's supposed to say stuck in a funk since C19 rolled, living alone, wondering how to break the funk. And Jennifer says, I know good things are coming, but I'm having a hard time getting over the hump, letting go of fear, forgiveness, confidence.
I'm feeling attracted to Deb. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Everybody?
Debs. I'm gonna do Jeff. And so Queen Rain is any energies around a career, and we have Jennifer's getting in the funk. Which one do you guys want, Mary and Sheryl?
I'll take Jennifer's.
Okay.
And I'll do the other one. I'll need a refresher on what the question is because I'm so focused on Claire's.
Yeah, do it.
So,
fine. Okay. All right. And you guys can just jump in when you've got messages you want to share. And don't forget to the audience too. If you guys are picking up stuff for each other, you guys can share too.
Okay, so I'll jump in because I pulled my typical 3 cards. I really like doing 3 cards. So we're going to start. Claire, this is a really beautiful pull. I'll see if you can see that. This is the uterus card that is associated with manifestation. And let's see, get this a little bit closer. Hopefully you can see this. This clearly, and there, okay. It's like this human / turning into a moth crystal in the oh my gosh, I get really lost for words. Okay, I'm gonna try not to speak too much because I get in the zone. It's hard for me to speak. So anyway, you're obviously in a very, very profound incubation state. And it's all good, where I feel like you might be questioning and doubting so much of your own wisdom. And the second card here is the stirrup bone, which is actually in the inner ear. It's the smallest bone in the body. And this is associated with listening. And what I'm picking up here is that please trust this inner working that's happening. You might not have clarity quite yet, but it's coming. Like it's forming, not coming. It's not a future thing. It's forming, it's brewing, it's stirring inside of you. And I think you're having hints of it and you might be doubting, but you're right on the right path. And then we've got the follow-up, which is the affirmation. Okay, so associated, this is the stomach associated with affirmation. Okay, so can you guys give me a minute? Because Claire is asking just a message from the universe.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys keep going because I need to figure out if there is a precise message here. So.
Okay.
I can go, or
Do it.
somebody
Go
else
for it.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for Barbarella, and reading on my future work. And so, Barbarella, I use the spirit animal oracle for you. And the card that I got is flamingo. Okay. And this is all about being, being okay with the in-between times. And to me, what it feels like, really what I want to talk about, I mean, that's what the card says there, embrace the in-between. But what I'm feeling drawn to you more for the flamingo is the balance, like being able to balance on that one foot and find your footing, being really rooted and grounded and embodied so that you know what you want. So, what I keep feeling is give yourself a break, flush yourself with compassion as much as you can, and self-love, like all day long, as much as you can. Just pour it into yourself. And because you're being really hard on yourself about what you feel like you should know, what you feel like you should do, you're just shooting all over yourself, and that's not a good thing. So take a step back, get your balance. And then I feel like there's this movement. I don't know if you're doing like analytical work or really like brain intensive work right now, but I feel like you're going to move towards a more whole person work where it's going to be creative and from joy and pulling your intuitive self as well. So I don't know if that makes sense, Barbarella, but thank you for letting me read for you.
All right.
All right. Yeah. So I have Tracy who's asking about a job opening up, and I did 3 cards. And so it looks like you should not. So we'll do the first 2 cards I got first. Was the 3 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. So I know, right? So basically, this job is not going to be good if you did get this job. It is not going to be for your highest joy, as you said, or your highest good. And not taking it may also make your path for a while a little harder for you, but it's really not going to be in your best, highest good. But then we get Temperance. So you will, if you work towards what you want and balance things out now, you will find that perfect balance of what you want and what you need, and that heart-centered space that you want to be at. This job is not going to get you there, though. So the path might be a little bit rough for a while, not taking this job or applying for this job, but you are going to get in the right place, passing this job up. So yeah, don't go for this one. You'll be miserable. You'll be miserable.
Oh gosh. And Sarah, you asked if your relationship's going to go long term, and I'm like Celtic crossing it today. And the short answer is yes, I think it's going to. The long answer is there is definitely you have this card is influencing the relationship right now, which the thing about the 5 of Cups is he's looking at these cups that have spilled in front of him, but he's not looking at the cups behind him that are still full. This is like the proverbial pessimist. We're like, oh, nothing's going right, when actually there's all these blessings and all these great things going on. That's the real message of this guy. Is he's sad, but really he still has all this great stuff that he's not even looking at, And so that's influencing the relationship, as well as the 9 of Wands, which again is about, he's on the defense, And so when I look at this, and there's a lot of gray colors in here, it looks like you're really mentalizing this relationship right now. So you might be overthinking it. You might be spinning in some old programs around the relationship, wondering if it's going to work or not, right? Because you're even asking, is it going to go long term? There's this wondering what's going to happen. And I really just want to say, when I look at this, the cards, is get out of your head and just enjoy it. And don't worry about if it's going to go long term or not. Be in the moment with it. But the other thing I want to say, there's really 2 very important major arcana cards that came up. This is the relationship. It is the Hierophant. This is a spiritual relationship, and you are learning and growing spiritually being together, both of you. So this is like a spiritual relationship. No matter what it becomes, no matter how long it lasts, this is a major pivot point in your spiritual work. So it's really important that you're in this relationship. And where you're headed is the Fool, which is your leap of faith. So I would say get out of your head, get in your heart, enjoy the moment, let go of all the tangled up energy you might be feeling, whether that's within yourself or you guys are tangled up in your communication. It is a rocky astrological time. And just enjoy it, because I do think this has legs. That's what I would say. I think it has legs. And, you know, Osho said, controversial he was, he said, you know, you love the relationship while it's there, and when it's done, you let it go and accept what you learned from it and have gratitude for it. So don't get caught up in where it's going. Enjoy what it is right now is what I would say. And I do just want to share. So Barbarella said, thank you. Claire was saying, thank you so much.
I also have a very follow-up for Claire.
Perfect. Tracy said, nailed it. So let's go back to Claire. So yeah, go ahead.
The succinct part of this is to really trust in your womb, powerful womb energy, and help it to reignite your purpose, values, and your deeds. And really, there's an emphasis on just trust your powerful, creative womb energy. It's absolutely beautiful.
Love it. All right. Who's going next? Who's ready?
I can go.
Okay.
For Deb.
Deb, all right, here we go.
So Deb, the card that I pulled for you is from the Seven Energies deck. So this deck corresponds to the 7 chakras. So the card that I pulled for you is Exposed, and Revealed. Okay. And this is all about the third energy center, the solar plexus. So when I tuned into this, and your question was about, you know, being in the funk since COVID came and breaking it. And to me, what this feels like is your power. You've been giving your power away. Like you've been giving your power away to the pandemic. You've been giving your power away to being alone. You've been giving your power away to different situations, like letting the outside influences determine your mood, determine how you feel about yourself. And it's really, really important that you see your worth in the situations, because you've been giving your power away. And I'm not just talking about like, you know, these big situations like the pandemic. I'm talking about relationships. I'm talking about situations in lots of aspects in life. And so to me, that feels like balancing your yin and yang and really grounding into that solar plexus so that you know your worth. The solar plexus is a little tricky. It's controlled by the fire element, and too much fire and we're very unfocused, not enough fire and we're like numb and stagnant and procrastinating and doing nothing and have no drive. So we want a nice balance of it. And that's where the yin and yang comes in. But don't forget to, you want to balance. So it feels like you've been too much in the yin, and now we need to get a little bit of yang. So start planning some fun things to do, or just some goals. Set some small goals, nothing huge, but just some small things that will get you some forward movement, and like start moving that energy out so that you can increase that fire. The other thing that I kept seeing for you when I pulled this card is that it's time for you to really look at your third eye and your intuition for, you know, not only for yourself, but outward as well. Like, how does that help you engage with the world and see the world differently? But so I hope that helps. Thanks, Deb.
Cool. Well, I'll jump in with Jeff.
Can you give me a reminder who I'm reading for so I can be working?
Who'd you do, Sheryl?
I did Jennifer.
Okay, and I might jump in with that too. And I did Jeff. So I think Queen Rain, energies around a career change. Queen Rain, your photo is really amazing, whoever you are.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, energies around a career change.
Okay.
I'll jump in with Jeff really quick. So Jeff, okay, so Jeff, threw out some cards for you. This is how you're feeling. Pretty self-explanatory. That's the up and down and the back and forth, which really just is where you're at. You know, you said you've been feeling down and been a little too long that you've been feeling that way. And the other card that came up here that jumped out to me is this card, which is all about illusion. And honestly, Jeff, what I get is that you're caught up. You know, there's so much illusion in the matrices of this planet, right? Like, who knows what's real anymore, right? And there's a lot of, as truth and the layers of these matrices come out, it can really mess us up emotionally. And so I'm actually reading with you that's really what's going on with you emotionally, is it's more of the psychic attack energy, it's more of the planetary energy, and it's actually you and like inner work. It feels to me, I mean, there's always inner work, but it just feels like the reason you're feeling down is more that you're picking up on the collective energies of the planet, what people are feeling as they're waking up, you know, planetary trauma. It feels like it's a lot of collective energy. And, you know, the card, as far as what to do, I love this. It's the Ace of Wands, which is about being creative. You know, this is about being creative, planting a garden, drawing, painting, music, whatever that looks like. But the Ace of Wands is also nature, you know, so it could be getting out in nature. So it really feels to me like, Jeff, it's actually a very simple answer to your question about how to not, you know, get past feeling down, which is get out in nature, ground out the collective grief and trauma that you're pulling into your space. Remind yourself that you are of God's source, kind of pull yourself out of the matrix. Because it feels like, I don't feel like you're stuck in the matrix in that way. I feel like you're just stuck with all that matrix energy, and it's very illusory. And it can make you feel like you're in a dream state when you're really not. And so I think that's really what's going on there. So getting grounded and letting the planet herself, like Lady Gaia, will pull you back into your body and help you release from that. Because in this now moment, you're still loving those trees, and those trees are still real to you in form and matter. And that's, you know, hold the tree, ground yourself into the roots. So hopefully that helps.
Lisa, before Sheryl reads for the next person, can I do Buddha Warrior?
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, who's next?
Did Sheryl?
I think
I do
Sheryl
have.
is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. So Jennifer, I did my 3 cards, and then I actually pulled from my Goddess Oracle also for this one. So what I got of my cards, the first one was the 5 of Cups, and this is probably something you already know. In this, in the 5 of Cups, the person's focusing on the cups that is filled over, and there's 2 that they're basically ignoring. And as humans, we do this, and we know we do this, and sometimes we just can't stop focusing on what's either bad or missing, or, you know, we get in this mindset, and that's not something to beat yourself up over. It's what we do, and that's kind of where you are. And that's kind of a normal processing too. And we've all been through really hard times. Some of us, it's been worse than others. But then I got the Ace of Wands.
Those are like the same cards I just got for Jeff. That's pretty weird. Those are like,
and I wasn't listening, sadly. Sorry.
Okay, that's so weird. Like, literally, those are the same card. That's crazy. Okay.
So now I'll probably say something different because I wasn't listening. Maybe I'll say the same thing. I don't know.
Right now you're saying the same thing, so it's kind of funny because it's like literally Jeff and Jennifer have the same energy. And you guys have the same question too, which is kind of weird.
It is.
Jeff's stuck in a hump and Jennifer's stuck. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. And so no, but then I don't know what you said. So this is good. What I was going to say was that this is saying that you do have the, you're getting ready to come out of it. You have the sparks ignited in you. It's not saying it's just going to poof go away, though. There's some stuff you got to do. I wish it was like, I always wish it was a magic wand. Poof. It looks like a magic wand. It's not really, though. But that's good. It's starting. There is some stuff. It's happening. So you're not going to be stuck in it for long. And I know you mentally, you're like, I know it's going to get better. I know it's going to get better. It is. And then I get the Fool. So what it's saying is you got this spark of energy in you and you need to go out. And did you get the Fool too for Jeff?
I think it was somebody else, but I'm just
for somebody else.
There's a collective message here.
Yeah. So get out, get outside, have fun, get creative, listen to your music. This one actually has her little, well, it's probably not an iPod, but you know what I'm saying.
I love this.
Be carefree about stuff. Let go and just go do stuff, because when you actually take the time to not do something, you're able to release that negative energy that's been boiling up in you and swirling in your head and mind, so you can release and notice the stuff that's good more and forget about the ones that have spilled over. And have fun. Fun Friday. Have fun. Then I pulled a goddess card and I got Persephone. Can you see that? Persephone? That's Persephone. Modern Persephone. No, Rhiannon. Sorry, I got Rhiannon. Why did I say Persephone? I'll have to think about that. I got Rhiannon. Sorry, goddess. Sorry. I got Rhiannon. Now I gotta figure out why Persephone popped in my head. Anyway, so Rhiannon, and I'm going to read this. She's a Celtic goddess. And I'll just say her symbols too, just because I like that, is horse, apple, birds, sun, and moon. And Ethany puts an affirmation here. I manifest the right opportunities quickly. So she's kind of a swiftness goddess. But to relay this back to the message for you, her name also means great queen, and she's connected to the realms of magic, fertility, healing, the moon, songbirds, and white horses. But when she shows up for you, which she did, if you have been experiencing delays and roadblocks, know that Rhiannon appears in your reading. You will see them disappear soon, which kind of goes back to the Ace of Wands, that this has shown up. You have the spark. It's going to get better. So if you want to look into Rhiannon, you want to start working with her or anything, or just in general, like I said, take time to do nothing. Take time to go outside and take time to have a break, distract yourself, color in a coloring book, as basic as doing some childhood things, and it will get better and help you break through that and get over your hump. So that's what I got.
I love that message.
Yeah.
Me too. And can I just say that Jennifer is my friend, and that makes me emotional because that's so perfect, Sheryl. So.
Oh, I'm glad.
Oh. Go for it, Miss Mary.
Queen Rain, this was really, really beautiful. So you're asking any energies around a career change for me. And this is really, really powerful. So we start off with the glutamus maximus, which is your power area, of course, associated with the root chakra. And you are, right off the bat of this reading, sitting in your unique power. I'm really getting that word, that feeling around unique. Your uniqueness, your authenticity, and your own fingerprint of who you are. You are in a powerful, centered place for yourself. So I love that was the first card up. And the card backing it is the diaphragm, which is associated with joy. And so here you sit in your power, and joy is right here following that up. That's pretty amazing as well. And then the third card is the larynx, which is all about expression. And I love the freedom of this girl as she is freely expressing herself. And so the three cards here are just, I'm getting that in all of your authenticity, just you've got the power card, you've got the joy and the free expression. It's like, oh my gosh, talk about a wonderful career change with that energy supporting, because you're going to find something where you are solid in yourself. It brings you joy, and you'll have the freedom to be expressive. And so I think that's a really awesome energy you've got going for you for any career change you might be considering right now.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Amazing. All right. So now we have Michele took Buddha Warrior. We have Sherry Peterson. I would love a reading on the home I am in the process of buying. I know. Mercury retrograde. Sheryl or Mary, do either of you want to take her?
I don't know anything about astrology.
Okay, no, I'll totally take that one. Yeah, I can come
take that one. Okay. And we also have, let's see, Amy says, I feel this energetic connection to my ex, and I'm really tired of feeling conflicting things around. What should I do about it? There is an undercurrent. I can't shake our connection. I feel like that's yours, Sheryl.
I might be too connected.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I'll do Amy then. Amy.
You know, I have a history. We might be two peas in a pod. Amy and me.
Okay, so I'll take Amy, and then just so you guys know, so Tracy said nailed it. And then Sarah said the first two cards sound like him, spot on. Thanks, Lisa. Okay, so Sheryl, you want to take, I don't know what this person. ID-bug. I want to say ID-bug.
Maybe it's Ladybug.
Maybe it is Ladybug.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll do that one. Okay.
Message on career path. Okay, so Michele, you can jump in. Hold on, let me go back to Buddha Warrior while you jump in, and then we'll start pulling for these other people.
It was nothing against Amy. I'm just saying we have a lot in common.
Okay.
So
that's where I got it.
Okay, so Buddha Warrior asked about love coming for me this year, and right away I felt connected because when I saw that question, I heard this in my head and I wrote it on my paper. Whoops, you can see I wrote date yourself. Okay. So because what came to me was it's time for you to really focus on you and loving yourself, like dating yourself. Like we don't do that when we're dating somebody new and we're like excited and it's new and fun and romantic. We think about them all the time. We want to hear from them all the time. We want to be with them a lot. And it's time for you to give yourself that time and attention. And really, the attention and the focus is what it's about. And the time frame that came to me is from now until the solstice. So I think that's June 20th, I think is when it is. But from now until then, focus on you. Not exclusively, like you don't have to be, monogamous with yourself, but mostly like give yourself a lot of time and attention. And what this means, like when we're dating somebody, we ask a million questions. We want to know everything about them. We want to know just everything. We want to fill ourself with their essence. And so what can you do to fill yourself with your essence during these next weeks? Like that's about 3 weeks. And then after that, I feel you'll really be ready to attract the partner that you want, not and that you need, not the partner that's just like okay for the time, but because you'll be clear about who you are and what you want and really your beliefs. And, you'll go deep in this time of dating yourself. So then I pulled a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle after I wrote this and saw all that. And the card I pulled is Milk and Honey. Okay. Which this card simply says, do this work and this is what's coming. Okay. So that's very positive to me. It says, absolutely, you're going to find love. But more importantly, doing this work, taking this time to date yourself, you're going to have the love that is perfect for you, that nourishes all of you. That's really a partnership where you're not over giving and doing most of the work. So love how that worked. Thank you, Buddha Warrior.
Cool. And Buddha Warrior says, I have been for 5 years. And then she said, I love you. I love me. Thank you.
Okay. Well, if you have been for 5 years, then I'm going to say that use this eclipse energy and this time between now and the solstice to go even deeper. To go even deeper, like, you know, maybe it's taking it from just a casual dating thing, or, you know what I mean, like but into that really deep stuff and really get clarity about what you want, what you need. So that, yeah, it's still coming. So I'm gonna say that. Date yourself. Maybe 5 years isn't enough. Maybe it's 5 years and 3 weeks.
I love it. I'm going to jump in with Amy and her connection to her ex. So, darn it, Amy, there is a connection to your ex. So you're not wrong. I mean, there's a connection, and there's still work to be done with this relationship, which is why when you're talking about this undercurrent, and you also shared, you know, any messages to clear it up, you're just tired of it. And I think, you know, here's what I see from the cards and in the energy. There is a deep soul connection with you and your ex. There is unresolved energy. So the undercurrent that's really bothering you is the lack of resolution in the healing around the relationship. And so in a non-linear space, okay, so take the prediction part out of it for just a second. In a non-linear space, Amy, I would really look at what this energy with your ex is inviting you to see, and do some reflection and some inner work around that to purify and heal the unresolved energy. You don't actually need your ex to manage the unresolved energy. Now, from a linear prediction space, it looks to me like there is like a coming together with you and your ex. Now, whether that's having a full-blown relationship, or if it's just a quick thing, or it's even just talking, right? It can manifest in a lot of different ways, but it looks like there's a coming together and some work to do, like you and your ex actually working on this relationship together, whether it's working on becoming friends. There is some romantic energy there, but I hate to even say that because I know you're already stuck in this, and I don't want you to stay stuck. So what I would say is do the inner work on yourself first and come to the resolution with the energy first, because it may completely dissolve the need to connect with your ex, or if there is a connection, it may bring it together. But what you don't want is to come together with your ex without any resolution, because I think it would create the exact same scenario and dynamic that happened the first time. So I hope that that helps. The worst. I'm sorry. Okay. Mary, you want to go? Who'd you have?
Yeah, I have, it's
Queen Rain.
Here we go. Sherry.
Sherry. It is Sherry. Okay.
Yep. And can I do Devereaux? Is that okay?
Yes, go for it. Okay.
Okay, Sherry, I get a really positive read on this. We started with the protection card with this beautiful bird housing a smaller bird right within their heart. Sorry, there's a glare. And the energy coming up with this protection is that you are protected. The home has a really nice energy. It's funny because the middle card is the teeth card associated with commitment. Obviously, you're committing to this. You're in the process of trying to buy this home, so you're very committed to it. That was the middle card. And it's kind of hilarious because this is the action. You're obviously taking the action. So really what I'm being shown here is you're taking all the right steps in the process that you're doing. what's really interesting for me coming up, feeling the energy of it, is that there's something in this process itself that is teaching you something new about yourself and about a connection to the universe in general, is what it feels like to me. And in the process of this, you are very protected. Your heart is opening up, it feels like, to a larger place, trusting the universe. And again, coming back to the protection, this is a really overriding, it was the first one up, it's the most potent one here, that the home itself is a protected place, and the process feels protective. And again, even more than the home, I'm feeling into this process is opening something new in you, allowing you new experiences that perhaps you haven't had before, and to enjoy this process and the unfolding. And it's all good energy. So
Oh my God, I love it. And Sheryl, Ladybug.
Yeah. All right. So I got the death card. So you definitely need to completely change what you're doing or thinking or whatever. It just needs to change. That's a definite in your face, knock on the head, change it. It doesn't get any clearer than that. But anyway, moving on. Then I got the King of Wands. I hate this camera. Sorry. There you go. So I'm thinking what comes is that I don't know if you considered this or not, but you're definitely a leader. So something in a leadership position. I was thinking like starting your own business, and also something with a teacher, mentor, something along those lines. I don't know if they're separate from starting your business or if it's part of a business for you. I don't know. And then I also got the Four of Cups. And to me, that's saying any opportunity that comes to you, don't just blow it off. Pay attention to it. Even if at first blush, it seems like it is crazy or not your thing, pay attention to it, because it's going to help you along the way or be a viable source or opportunity. So definitely look into that. And if you weren't thinking of starting your own business, that's the way you should probably go. And if you were thinking of it, go for it. So that's what I got.
Cool. I love it. Well, and Claire says, got it, with lots of hearts. And Deb says, oh my God, yes, thanks, thanks, thanks. Queen Rain says, thank you. And more thank yous, right on point. Jeff said, mind blown. Wow, thank you. Overwhelmed with emotions. Aw, Jeff, that's so sweet. And Jeff also says, thank you, Lisa. You're making a huge impact in our lives. I hope you know how much that means to us. It's really kind of you. Thank you so much. It's all of us, you know, we're all here for each other. Jennifer says, love you, Michelle. Thank you, everyone. Queen Rain says to Mary, great. Thank you so much. So it's just so great. And Claire says, my reading from Mary was beautiful and spot on. I literally mentioned just a couple hours ago that I need to trust myself more, my intuition and my gifts. Thank you. And Buddha Warrior, I love you. I love me. Let's see. And we've got some more questions, which I'll get to in a minute, but I wanted to share some of these comments. Amy says, Amy says, that was helpful. I was starting to think I was going crazy. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Sherry says, thank you so much. That has been my intuition as well. And Ladybug says, wow, that's amazing. I'll definitely be considering all options going forward. I need to deep dive into starting my own business. So just such great stuff out there, you guys. And so I'm going to go back through here the questions. So Michelle, you were taking Devereaux, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
definitely.
so let me see who else has questions. Let's see. Okay, so Susan has a question. Could someone please clarify why this lifetime is being excited about something to start it, and then the energy dies and I end up not completing it. So does anybody want to take Susan?
I'll do that one.
You'll do that one, Mary? Okay,
Yeah,
cool. And that's it. So if you guys have any other questions, throw them out. But go ahead, Michele. Let me go back up to Deborah.
Okay, Deborah. So I pulled a card and then I wanted another card with it. So the first card I pulled was from the spirit animal, and it's cow in reverse. And this is talking about, cow is about noticing miracles all around you. And when it's in reverse, to me, that says, what are you not seeing? Kind of like that 5 of Cups card that Lisa and Sheryl both talked about, where you're looking at the cups that have spilled and not really noticing the 2 full cups behind you. So this just feels like notice miracles. And what's important is it's not just the big things. We always think of that, like the miracles are the big, huge things, like somebody is completely healed from, an illness or something, but that's a miracle. But then there's also these little tiny miracles, like getting a parking space at a busy store when you're busy, or, just having your morning go smoothly, or whatever. You find the miracles all throughout the day, look for them, be diligent about it. Hold the intention to open your eyes. And then I pulled a helper card, and it's broken open. Okay. And this is all about the heart chakra. And I wrote down some things because as I was turning the card, what I felt is you're being hard on yourself, really critical. And it feels like a few areas of life that you're being really critical. And it might not, what it feels like is that this self-talk is a little sneaky. And it might not appear to be super critical, but when you sit with it, it doesn't feel loving. So that means it's not loving. Okay. So be aware of that. And where are you being too hard on yourself? That's the question that kept coming to me. Where are you being too hard on yourself? Because when we're in that position, we're not going to see the miracles. Okay. They're just not going to appear. We're not going to see them. We're not going to notice because our eyes are literally closed. The other thing with the heart that kept coming through is I feel like there's a wall up for protection, which we do that because we feel like we need protection. But what that does also is keep us from the flow of love to receive and the abundance of the universe to receive it. So we want to have an open flow there of giving and receiving. And so be mindful of that. I hope that helps. Thank you, Deborah.
I love it. And there's 2 questions left. So Sheryl, do you want to take, Claire is saying John is with me and he'd love a message from the universe. And I did that read for him earlier this week. So do you want to do that one?
I'll do that one.
And then Karen, I'll do yours. Okay. Mary?
Am I up with Susan's?
Yes.
Okay. Susan, I was shown that I had to pull 4 cards for you. And this is really, I love this. I've known this about you. You have incredible intuitive gifts. The very first one out of the gate is the sensitivity card. It's associated with the olfactory bulb, which is what we smell through. It's the energy of and the ability to smell and that sensitivity. Wow. And the first card being the sensitive, followed up by the cerebellum, which is associated with grace. And the overriding feeling I'm getting in this reading is that you are processing still past life experience when it comes to fully being able to trust all of your sensitive, intuitive gifts. You are a deeply intuitive person, very, very deeply. And the third card is the retreat card. And you may be, let's see, there's a glare on there. Can you see that okay? Mm-hmm. I love this card. I always call it the Joan of Arc card because I love Joan of Arc. And this woman it's like she is holding some armor, but it's all with nature. It's like her sword is part of a tree and there's a clock here that's like her shield in front, and it's all about time. So again, I'm seeing past life energy is impacting your ability to trust that you'll be able to go forward and do what you actually want to do. And this is the cool thing. The fourth card that insisted it come out is stability. And what I'm getting is that please trust in all of your intuitive abilities. You are not in a situation where you're going to be put to death in this life. Nobody is going to imprison you or call you out in a public setting for all of your intuitive gifts. You've done that. You're done with that. The stability in your life is to trust, really, really trust in these gifts and know that you are safe, and just continue to commune with them, grow them, and you will be safe and stable, and you will be able to get through that energy. No, I'm going to accomplish this thing, or the things that I've really been holding back on. You're going to be able to push through that. Just trust it, okay? You've got everything you need, and you're not going to be in danger.
Man, I love these cards. They're so cool.
I do too.
All right, Sheryl, John.
All right, John. So the first card I got was the Seven of Cups. And this is showing that you have all these, it's not so much all the choices, but you have all these ideas and all these plans and everything. And you're basically planning and dreaming so much that you don't have your feet on the ground, kind of. And it's good to notice that out of these 7 choices, 2 of them can actually bite you in the butt. There's a snake and a tornado. Just like a wake-up call. But what you need to do is realize that you need to come back down to earth and know and realize that you probably can't do everything that you want to do, at least not at once, not right now. And then I got the Death card. So something's got to change. You've got to make choices wisely, pick what you can do, what you truly want to do, and what is the best for you and your family. And I say it that way because I got, after that, the 10 of Pentacles. So when you've made your choices, when you come back down and reassess what you're doing, what you want to do, watch out for the snake and the tornado in your choices, and be willing to make the change. I mean, this is not an easy choice, you know. Be willing to make the change, the hard decisions. Then you will have this happy family card, and have the it's not the money, it's the I can't think of the word. What's the other word for abundance? You'll have the abundance, not necessarily in money form, but you know, that abundance of the family and the happiness and the even the free time to spend with your family after that. So that's what's coming now. So you have some coming to Jesus, as I used to say with my kids, with yourself on what you're doing and what you want to do, and bring it together. So that's the message for you.
I love it. And Devereaux said it did resonate. Thank you for Michele. And Susan, for you, Mary, said beautiful cards, in tears. And Tracy said, Susan, you're in good company. I'm like a frog jumping from one thing to the next, following my highest excitement. And I had, last but not least, is the lovely Karen. And Karen said, do you have a sense of who or what energy visited my friend in her studio in Santa Cruz? I wish I was in Santa Cruz. What a cool place to be.
I know.
I pulled one card, and the card I pulled was the Star. So I know I'm a little alien crazy right now, but this is sort of like how it's obviously a star being that was visiting you.
The Star is the alien card. Just saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would say it was some kind of ultra-terrestrial or trans-dimensional being that was in the space with you. And I do just get this feeling, the council is telling me that you guys, it's the vibration of you and your friend together that brought that energy in. So something about your vibration that brought that energy in. So that is what I get for you on that. And you guys, this has been so much fun, and we're exactly at an hour. So what a perfect group, because we got through everyone who was part of this today. And I have some calls to action for everybody. So I really, really, really want Mary's YouTube channel, Spa Opera, Michelle's YouTube channel, Michele Snelling, and Sheryl's YouTube channel, The Colorado Herbalist, to make YouTube partner. And they need 1,000 subscribers to do that. So I need you guys and all your friends and everybody you know and everyone in the Ajata Casa app to go subscribe to Spa Opera, Michele Snelling, and Colorado Herbalist. I have almost 3,000 subscribers. There's plenty of you guys to go do this. So go do it, please, because we want to support these 3 incredible, amazing women. And don't worry, we'll do this again because this is fun.
It's fun. And I think that was the group message with the Fool coming up and everything, is to have fun.
Absolutely. Yep.
Let go. Yeah.
That's how we'll get through this eclipse season, is having as much fun as we can every day. Just how are we going to have some fun in this?
Yes. And let's go around. I want you guys to share how everyone can get a hold of you, what you have going on, if they want to book a reading with you. We'll start with we'll go Mary, Sheryl, Michele, like in a little circle.
Okay, thank you so much. So I am offering, I have been for several years, I offer sound healing sessions, and I am in the process of having the calendar and everything solidified so you can actually set an actual appointment. Currently, just email me. I'm interested in one of your sound healing sessions, and we can talk about, I'll give you all the specifics of what happens, and they're generally 60 to 90 minutes, depending on the session. And if you are in the need of having some affirmation energy, some loving energy, self-love reflected back to you, or universal messages and messages and being sung by the universe, call me or message me, because that is what I do. Oh, and I'm sorry. And you can go to IamMaryLydiaRyan.com, and it's down in the notes of the show.
Okay. All right. And I am on ColoradoHerbalist.com. I am giving past life tarot readings right now on there. You can, there's a form, you can message me and we can schedule. I also do herbal consultations on there. I have packages or just a la carte consultations. You can message me and we can schedule those too. I am on YouTube, Colorado Herbalist. And what am I on? Ajata Casa, Colorado Herbalist, and Instagram at Colorado Herbalist. You can find me in all those beautiful places.
Okay, and I'm Michele Snelling, and I'm an intuitive medium, and an aromatherapist, and I'm available on my website, michellesnelling.com. That's Michele with 1 L, Snelling with 2. And you can pretty much do everything that you want to do to connect with me there. You can book a reading. You can look at all of my products. And if you would like me to recommend some products to go with your reading today to help you move that energy and to help you facilitate all the information that came through, I would love to help you with that. Just email me, Michele at michellesnelling.com, and I can do a custom recommendation for you. Thank you.
Well, I can't thank the 3 of you enough, because you guys are just so awesome, and really like our own processing together as a group and individually and with each other the last 2 weeks has been like beyond there is no value that can be put to it because it just means so much to me. And I'm so excited because I feel like there's just, this is all just the beginning of this incredible journey and the new reality that we're all in together. And for everybody out there, my website's lisamgunshore.com, but really you're going to be able to find me in the Ajata Casa app or here on YouTube. There are memberships in both spaces to be able to connect with me for readings. That's where you're going to get them. And I have the perfect song for Narcissists Gone Wild. We're going to close with this great song in honor of this crazy eclipse season. So
I can't wait.
Oh, I know. Hold on. I have to. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here we go.
She's a young girl talking about herself. She's a young girl talking about herself. She's gonna break your heart and tell the world about it. She's gonna break your heart. He was all they were like, you were all like, oh my god, like totally. We were like, that was all they were all. He was like, oh totally, like, oh my god. Girl, talking about herself,
Oh, we're gonna make it.
Oh my God.
I love you guys so much. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you
Thanks,
back
everyone.
here next week.
Thank you, everybody.